Hi everybody, I'm Susan Mulvihill. Welcome back to our garden in Spokane, Washington, where the hardiness zone ranges from 5B to 6A. For this week's video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I want to talk with you about battery-powered pruning shears and loppers. Why? No matter what types of plants we grow, we gardeners do an awful lot of pruning, right? But if you have arthritis or pain in your fingers and wrist, pruning is probably not your favorite garden task. I first heard about battery-powered pruners in a British gardening magazine called Gardener's World. At first I thought it seemed kind of silly, but the more I thought about it, I realized that there is a serious need for such a tool. But could gardeners find them in the United States? Well, yes, you can. Here's what we ended up buying. This is a battery-powered pruning shears, which are also known as secateurs, and this is a battery-powered loppers. There are a lot of different manufacturers of these battery-powered tools, but we went with Ryobi because we already had 3 other types of battery-powered tools, and since their batteries are interchangeable, that worked well for us. Now, just in case you have battery packs already for other types of brands, I wanted to let you know that you can find these types of tools made by Skill, DeWalt, and Craftsman. So again, this is the pruning shears or secateurs, and here's where the battery pack is attached, and then you just snap it in to use it. And then when you want to cut something, you need to use this button here and depress it in order to move the blade ends. That's how it works. So this pruning shears will cut branches that are up to 1 inch in diameter, and I've got just a sample branch for you here. So I'm putting my finger on the button, and then all I have to do is to press that button, and away it goes. Notice I'm keeping my hands away from the cutting blades. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Now, to use the loppers, what you need to do is to pull back on this lever here and then depress this trigger in order to make the cut. You can see that is a serious piece of machinery. So the loppers will cut branches that are up to 1 1/3 inches in diameter, although to be honest, I think I've been able to cut branches a little bit larger than that. So here's how the loppers works. Let's talk about safety for a moment, because that's really important. No matter what kind of tool you're using, but especially these, make sure that your fingers, toes, pets, or anything important is nowhere near those cutting blades. The other thing I wanted to mention is that when you're doing pruning, you want to see exactly where those cutting blades are, because you want to make sure you make a good cut. I wanted to share one of my most important pruning tips with you, and that is, just because you have a pair of pruners in your hand doesn't mean you need to prune everything in your landscape. Know when to stop. Or as Bill and I like to say it, set down those pruners and back away. These 2 tools have made our pruning chores a breeze. We're very happy with them and heartily recommend them. I have put both of these tools, as well as different brands of the pruning shears, in my Amazon store. And I'll put a link to the store in the description that goes with this video on my YouTube channel. As always, because I'm an Amazon affiliate, I will receive a small commission on any purchases, but it will not impact the price you pay in any way. Thanks so much for watching today, everybody. Happy gardening and happy pruning.